You are God the Father who forgot who you were. Wrote in 1935, I had assumed the world had no meaning. Decades later, his house burned to ashes, manuscripts, library, everything. He literally reaped what he planted in his imagination. Your imagination is not a mental faculty. It is God himself operating through you. Christ is not a historical figure. Christ is the creative power you exercise now. Every mental scene sustained with conviction must materialize. Close your eyes to the obvious. Mentally construct the scene of fulfilled desire. Give it sensory vividness. Persist as if it were true. The outer world must reorganize itself. People appear, opportunities arise, coincidences multiply. But here's the terrible secret. You're already doing this unconsciously. Every worry sustained, every fear fed, you're actively creating your prison. You are God the Father who forgot who you were.
You are operating the creative power of God right now, but you probably don't know what you are creating. Every mental image that you sustain for long enough transforms into physical reality. This is not a metaphor, and it is not abstract philosophy. It is the fundamental mechanics of how reality works, and you are using it unconsciously every day. Paul of Tarsus knew this secret. In his first letter to the Corinthians, he speaks of a different wisdom, one that does not belong to the rulers of this world. He calls it the secret and hidden wisdom of God, decreed before the ages for our glorification. Then he adds something crucial. Only the Spirit of God can comprehend the thoughts of God. And where is this Spirit? In your own imagination. The human imagination is not what we have been taught. It is not fantasy, it is not daydreaming, and it is not an escape from reality. The imagination is the very creative power that built the universe, operating through every human being. When you imagine something with conviction and sustain that mental image, you are literally planting a seed that must germinate in the physical world. Paul was categorical about this. Whatever a man sows, that he will also reap. There is no exception to this law. Every sustained thought, every assumption accepted as true, every mental image fed with feeling, all of these are seeds, and they always produce corresponding fruits, even if it takes years for the harvest to appear. Herbert Hoover, the former American president, partially understood this principle when he said that all of human history can be written in terms of ideas implanted in the minds of men. Wars, revolutions, and the rise and fall of nations. Everything began as an idea sustained in someone's imagination. If you could control what people imagine, you would control the entire world. This is exactly what modern propaganda does. Every piece of news that you consume, every social narrative that you accept without questioning, every fear that the media amplifies, all of this is designed to direct your imagination to make it create specific realities. You wake up, turn on the television or open your phone, and immediately your imagination is hijacked to serve the purposes of others. But there is a fact that the manipulators prefer you to ignore. No one can really control your imagination if you know how to use it consciously. You always remain free to imagine whatever you want. And when you persist in a specific mental image, when you sustain it with conviction, even though all external facts contradict it, the entire universe reorganizes itself to make it a reality. The problem is that we have been educated to despise the imagination. They say it is a childish thing, that adults should be realistic and accept circumstances as they are. While we believe this, we continue using this divine power to create exactly what we don't want: poverty, disease, conflict, and limitation. We are literally gods using our creative power against ourselves